Good morning. Today we will discuss counters and time delays. Counters and time delay in microprocessor. Okay. First we will discuss what is mean by counter. Here counter means to count the number of electrical pulses in digital electronics. To count the number of electrical pulses in microprocessor. Counter means to count the values. To count the values, either increment or decrement. To count the values or to count the data, either using increment or decrement. Here counter is nothing but to load some data, either register or register pair. Okay, register or register pair. Suppose MVI C, 05. MVI C, 05. C for 8-bit register. Here to load the 8-bit data, we can load 8-bit data 00 to maximum FF. Okay. Now to 05 data to load in C register. Okay. Now to increment or decrement the C register content. Increment or decrement. Suppose now to increment the C register value 05 to FF. At that time we can use I and or C. Now it will increment the C register content 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like that up to maximum FF. For that we can use IN or C. This is a one type of counter to count the values, to increase the values. Second one, same thing, we can use MVI C, 05 inch. Now C register 05. Now to decrement the C register value till 0. Till 0. For that we can use DC or C. DC or C means it will decrement the C register content from 05 to till 0. 05, 04, 03, 02, 01 and 00. For that we can use the decrement instruction. Okay. In counter there are two instructions we can use, either increment or decrement. To increment or decrement the register or register pair content. So okay, register pair means we can LXI H. We have to use the register pair registers. In 8085 microprocessor, what are the register pairs available? BC, DE and HL. Now to load HL register pair 16-bit data 5, 2, 0, 0 H. Okay, this is for L register and this is for H register. Now to increment or decrement, the given register pair content. Okay, what is the maximum value we can load in register pair? Minimum 0, 0, 0, 0 H to the maximum value we can load one F H. Okay. This is for to load the data register. This is for minimum and this is the maximum value we can load in register. To load the value in register pair, this is a minimum 0002 and maximum we can load H. Okay. Now to load some data in register pair. Now to decrement or increment the register pair content. Suppose INX. Now to increment the register pair content 52002 maximum value. Okay. At that time we can use INXH. INXH means it will increment the given register pair content from 52002 required value. Suppose required value f of h. Now we can use INXH. Suppose LXI h 5200. Now to load 5200 in HL register pair. Now to decrement the register pair content up to 0000H. At that time we can use DCXH. DCXH means now to decrement the register pair content from 5200 to required value. Suppose required value 000H means at that time we can use DCXH. Either INXH or DCX. Okay, this is for increment and this is for decrement. We can use either register or register pair. This is called counter. Now to load data in either register or register pair, we can use either increment or decrement. This is called counter. A counter is designed by loading. This is the load the data. Okay, this is the load the data. Loading and appropriate count in a register or register pair. Okay, a loop is set up to increment or decrement the count. Okay, a counter is designed by loading. Now to load the 16-bit data or 8-bit data in a register or register pair. Okay, a loop is set up to decrement or increment the count to reach the terminal count value. This is called counter. Okay. Next one, time delay. What purpose we are using? What purpose? We can use the time delay means we have to give some delay between two values. Then only we can view the between data. Without delay, we cannot view the between values. Okay. Example, MVI C,05. MVI C,05. Now to increment or decrement. This process will be done within microseconds. Okay. Suppose to increment the C register value up to FF. Okay. The within microseconds 052. Okay. The within microsecond it will reach the value for FF. So we cannot or we can't able to view the between data 05, 06, 07, 08 like that. Okay. If you want to view the between data, we have to give some delay. We have to give some delay between the two data. From 05 to 06, 06 to 07, we have to give some delay, either 1 second delay or 1 millisecond delay or 50 millisecond or 10 second, whatever required we have to give some delay. Or MVI C, 05. Now to decrement the value. Decrement the value. For that we can use DC of C. It will decrement within microseconds from 05 to 00. Within the microsecond, we can view the final data. So, if you want to view the between two data 05 to 04, 04 to 03, 03 to 02, 02 to 01 and 01 to 00. If you want to view the between two data, you have to give some delay between two values or two data, either 1 millisecond or 10 second or 50 microsecond or millisecond. Okay, we have to give some delay. Without delay, we cannot view the between two data. Okay, a time delay is designed. A time delay is designed by loading a register or register pair with a delay count, and set up a loop to decrement the count until zero. We have to give the delay between two data. For that we have to load some data, either register or register pair. It will take how much time to decrement the value from given data to 00. That time it will retain the same data to visible. After decrement that value, it will decrement the next data 05 to 04. For that we can use the delay. Now the delay where it is used, traffic signal. Without delay, what will happen in traffic signal? All the sides of the road, the vehicle will be crashed. Now accident will be happen. So avoid these things. We have to give some delay for green light, red light, yellow light. Between two light, we have to give some delay. And digital clock, minutes, seconds, hours. Without delay, we cannot view the minutes, seconds, hours in digital watch. If you want to view seconds, minutes, hours, we have to give some 1 second delay between two data. Then only we can view the digital time. And process control, to control the devices, for that also it require time delay. And serial data transfer. If you want to transfer the data from one device to another device, for that also it requires some delay. Without time delay, it will continuously to transfer the data. Somewhat difficult to read the data. So we can give delay between to transfer the data. For that we can use. Now the time delay, it is depending upon the microprocessor of the clock period. The clock period is nothing but clock frequency. Clock frequency of 8085 microprocessor 3 MHz. The 3 MHz, that depending upon the clock frequency, the microprocessor will run the program. Okay. Now to find out the clock period, the time equal to 1 by f. 1 by f means time equal to 1 by frequency. Now the microprocessor 8085, the microprocessor clock frequency 3 megahertz means 3 into 10 to the power of 3 into 10 to the power of 6. Now to divide, it will get 0.333 microseconds. This is the clock period of the microprocessor. Okay, the time delay, it is depending upon the microprocessor clock period. Okay, to calculate the time delay, for that how many T states required? How many T states required for to execute one instruction? To execute one instruction, first we have to know how many T states required. How many T states required? T states mean timing states. It will take how much T states required to execute one instruction. Suppose instruction related to 8-bit. Instruction related to 8-bit. It requires instruction related to 8-bit. Okay. Opcode instruction related to 8-bit. Only for opcode it requires 4 T states. It requires 4 T states. Instruction related to 16-bit. Instruction related to 16-bit only for opcode. Opcode means it requires 6 T states. Require 6 T states. 8-bit data. 8-bit data, it requires 3 T states. 8-bit data, it requires 3 T states. 16-bit 8-bit data or 8-bit address. 8-bit data or 8-bit address, it requires 3 T states. 16-bit address or 16-bit data, it requires 6 T states. 6 T states required. The 16-bit address or 16-bit data, it consists of 2 8-bit. So one 8-bit requires 3 T states. The 2 8-bit equal to 16-bit. It requires 6 T states. Okay. Opcode related to 8-bit means it requires 4 T states. Opcode related to 16-bit requires 6 T states. And 8-bit data or 8-bit address, it requires 3 T states. And 16-bit address or 16-bit data means it requires 6 T states. Next, jump instruction. Jump instruction. Jump instruction, if condition satisfied. If condition satisfied, it requires 10 T states. 10 T states. Okay. How 10 T states requirements? Suppose JNC 16-bit address. JNC 16-bit address. This is for 3-byte instruction. 3-byte instruction. JNC. The first byte represent for opcode. This is for related to 8-bit. Require 4 T states. 4 T states. And 16-bit address. If this condition satisfied. If this condition satisfied means, okay, the 16-bit address means it requires 6 T states. 16-bit address. Address 6 T states. Total 10 T states required. When this condition satisfied. Okay, it will jump to the given 16-bit address locations. Suppose if condition unsatisfied and satisfied, if condition fail or false, it requires 7 T states. 7 T states. How? Opcode 4 T states. Opcode require 4 T states, and if the condition unsatisfied means it will execute the next address location. Now address will be changed. Address 16-bit. Suppose address 4500. Okay. Now the 16-bit address, it will change the only LSB 8-bit address. LSB 8-bit address only change. The MSB 8-bit address will be as it is when this condition unsatisfied. Now to execute the next address location. Now the next address, suppose 4501. Now MSB address will be same, but it will change the only LSB 8-bit address. It will change only 8-bit address. So it requires address 8-bit means it requires 3 T states. Total 7 T states required. This is the T states required for that particular instruction. Jump, if the condition satisfied, require 10 T states, opcode 4 T states and 16-bit address. It will jump to the given address. Now the address will be entire address, it will be changed, or the same address also available for MSB. For that it requires 6 T states. Total 10 T states required. Suppose this condition unsatisfied. Unsatisfied means it requires 7 T states. Opcode 4 T states. Now this condition unsatisfied means it will execute the next address location data. The next address location means now the LSB address only change. The only change in the LSB address, but not change in the MSB address. So it requires only the change address. 3 T states. The address only change. 8-bit address means it requires 3 states. Total 7 T states required. When? If that condition unsatisfied. Okay. Formula for time delay. Clock frequency of the microprocessor. Clock frequency of the microprocessor. F in hertz. F for frequency of the microprocessor. Yeah, the 8085 microprocessor, the clock frequency is 3 megahertz. Now to calculate the clock time period. Now the formula T equal to 1 divided by F in seconds. Now 1 divided by given clock frequency 3 megahertz into 10 to the power of 6. Now to divide 0.333 into 10 to the power of minus 6. This is for 0.33 microseconds or 333 nanoseconds. This is the clock time period. If 8085 the microprocessor clock frequency 3 megahertz, the corresponding time period 333 nanoseconds or 0.33 microseconds. Okay. Now to calculate the total time delay. Now to calculate the total time delay of the program. Okay. TD equal TO plus TL. Here TO for time to execute instruction outside loop. Time to execute the instruction of the outside loop. Okay, it will take how much time to execute the outside of the loop instruction. How to calculate? Now the formula for T into outside loop T states. Now to calculate the outside loop instruction total T states, multiply with the T. Here the T for time period. Time period into outside loop T states. Now to multiply these two, we can get the total time period of the instruction to execute the outside loop. Next TL. TL for time to execute the loop instruction. Within a loop, it will how many instructions and how many T states required. Now it will take how much time to execute the loop instructions. Now how to calculate for TL? Now TL equal to T into loop T states into n base 10. Here T for time period of the microprocessor into loop T states. Into loop state. Within a loop, how many T states required? Into n base 10. Here the n base 10 means the given count value. The given count value. The count value in hexadecimal. Now to convert into corresponding decimal value. Okay. Now load in register or register pair data only in hexadecimal. That hexadecimal value we have to convert into decimal value. That is n base 10. Now multiply all the three, we can get the TL. TL for time to execute the loop state. First we have to divide outside loop and inside loop. First to calculate inside the loop instruction, it will take how much time? That is TL. Next to calculate the outside the loop, it will take how much time to execute? That is TO. Now to add these two. Outside the loop T states and inside the loop T states. Now the sum of these two, we can get the total time delay. The total time delay equal TO plus TL. This is the formula for to calculate the total time delay using register or register bank. Okay. Next, to calculate the time delay using loop within a loop. Suppose using single register, now the time delay is not sufficient. So we can use loop within a loop. At that time, now the time delay will be increased. Now how to calculate loop within a loop time delay? Now the total time delay formula TD equal to TO plus TL2. Here TO for outside the loop time delay. Outside the loop time delay. Here the TO we already discussed. The TO means to calculate the outside loop T states. Next TL2. TL2 means loop to time delay. Loop to time delay. Now the formula n base 10 loop 2. Loop 2 given hexadecimal value. Now to convert into decimal value. Loop 2. Loop 2 hexadecimal value. That is loop 2 count value hexadecimal to convert into decimal. That value substitute here. TLO. TLO means loop 1 T states. Loop 1 time delay plus loop 2 T states into time period. Here the T for time period of the microprocessor. Now multiply with loop 2 T states. How many T states required for to execute the loop 2? Okay. Now to multiply these two, that result and with the loop 1 time delay. How to calculate loop 1? TL1 equal to time period. This is for total. This is for time period of the microprocessor into loop 1 T states. Okay. Now to execute the loop 1, it will take how much? T states. Now to calculate that one into loop 1 decimal value. The given loop 1 count value in hexadecimal. Now to convert into decimal, that value we have to multiply with the loop 1 T states and multiply with the time period. Now to multiply all the three, that is loop 1 time period. That TL1 substitute here, we can find out TL2. That value substitute here, sum with the outside loop time delay and add these two, we can calculate the total time delay of the loop within a loop program. Okay? Any doubt? No. Thank you.